let's see the research paradigms. The students keep asking me the meanings of these terms: theology, metaphysical, positivism, post-positivism, constructivism, and post-structuralism, critical theory. There are so many. So they're confused when they look at books. They don't give the examples. They are trying to explain things with the difficult terms. So let's start from the theology. So if you're trying to prove something, so if you bring the scripture books or the Bible or Quran or Buddhist Pali canon or things like that, we call you are trying to prove things using the theology. Or else we can use the metaphysical ways to prove things, which is, we can say, based on the things on the scripture books or the Bible or any other religion, based on the beliefs system, which is like something happens to you and you explain, this is happens to me because of my karma, this is happens to me because of the God's will. So that way we call the metaphysical way of proving. So when it comes to science, theology or metaphysical way of proving things, actually we don't consider them as true. So we have to bring the positivism. So we call positivism, which means that you do a survey and then you collect the data and you experiment and you say, okay, this is true or this is false based on that results using your 5 senses. So knowledge is always obtained through the results that you see, that you hear, that you feel, which we call the positivism, which is good in terms of mathematics and biology. But when it comes to the people, things will be difficult. So we now bring the post-positivism to solve problems, because when it comes to the people, there are so many variables. It is more like subjective rather than objective in positivism. In post-positivism, for an example, when you study about the people, so social science, there are no one particular theory, true or false, like in positivism. There are more gray areas. The more variables that you bring about the society, about the culture of that society, the place that they live, the food that they eat, the climate, or religion, or the language, or the more variables that you bring, the output would be different. So the knowledge is created. There are multiple theories, and the multiple realities exist. For an example, if I'm just writing in the Brisbane city, I will ask someone to explain what does Brisbane city means to you. So every person would say different things based on their experience. They probably might say, this is pretty cold place, or if they come in the summer, they will say, all what I could remember is it's pretty hot. Or there are buildings, it's a fun place, there are a lot of clubs, or there are a lot of recreational activities, a place that with a lot of recreational activities, or a place, they probably try to explain Brisbane city with the river, or the parks, or the buildings. So based on their experience, their explanations would be different. So if I write something and say, okay, this is what the Brisbane city means, for me it's different from what others think. So that's why I said there are different realities, different theories. The knowledge is created based on the subject rather than the object, which we call the post-positivism. The post-positivists are constructivism, based on they construct the theories, the multiple realities. So we call the constructivism. And that is another way of, that same thing, which is a branch of the post-positivism. And so in post-positivism, you can use grounded theory or ethnography to interview people and ask their stories, life stories, to explain, what it really means to you, what something, really means to you. So you can see there are a lot of gray areas, so you can't say this is true, this is false, this is correct, this is wrong. So it based on the different, based on the people. And there's another one called critical theory, which means that everything happens to us, everything what we do based on the power struggle, the power relations. We want to get the power. We are going to buy a car. Why we want to buy a car? Why we go and buy something bigger, the house? Or why we want to get educated ourselves, so to earn money. Why we want to earn money? We want to show the power. Ultimately you can link everything to the power relations, which is called the critical theory. So we can use discourse analysis and things like that to analyze it. And and also there's another one called post-structuralism, that is also post-positivism. So there are the different research paradigms. Mainly I would say the positivism and the post-positivism is the main thing that the student is struggling to understand. And so it's very hard to explain these things in under 5 minutes, but I did my best. And if you need more examples or if you need more explanations, let me know. I will try to explain further to you. It's easy for me to the next time when someone asks, just to ask them to watch my video. Okay, if you need to know more things, let me know. I'll try to do a short video. Until then, bye guys. Thank you.